I'd like to thank AJ and everyone for inviting me to speak to you today. On February 6, 2008, I entered the emergency ward of Seton Medical Center, Williamson, and was diagnosed with Guillain-Barre Syndrome, also known as GBS. I then was admitted and stayed at Seton Williamson until February 15, 2008, and transferred to Cornerstone Rehab Hospital at St. David's Medical Center in Austin. I returned to Seton Williamson the following day due to my failing health. On February 18, 2008, I was transferred to Seton Medical Center, Austin, due to breathing difficulties, and on February 21, 2008, was moved to intensive care. At that point, I was undergoing tissue bleeding and low blood count, and my health continued to decline. I entered into a coma state, and I would remain there for the next 4 months in a coma. During this time, my blood pressure escalated at times over 183, and I went over countless doses of IVIG treatments, which are currently used to treat GBS. I also received plasmapheresis alternating with the IVIG, blood transfusions for the amount of internal blood loss occurring, and encountered as well pneumonia, blood clots, and a trach placed on me, and heart rate escalating over 128. Due to my coma state, my eyes needed to be lubricated so as not to close shut or get an infection. My changes occurred each day with my body as far as reactions to different medicines, infections from lying on bed so long, swelling of my tongue that I couldn't close my mouth, fluid buildup, and sugar counts up over 139, and blood pressure at times dropping below 71, and heart rate below 39. Since GBS had overcome my health, my neurologist conducted several brain wave tests to see if I was still alive. And yes, I was barely there, hanging on to my life. As GBS continued its full journey through me, reaching the top of my head, it began to die down, releasing itself slowly downwards. By the grace of God and all my prayers within me, my hearing came back, and the next 2 months I would take a small peek through my eyes and feel sensations of my face again. Once my body became stable enough, I was transferred to the intermediate care floor, IMC, and remained there for the next 6 months, undergoing respiratory and physical therapy and coping and dealing with the damage of my body that was left with GBS. The 6 months would be the longest months that seemed to me was years of trying to discover myself again and who was this newfound body in me. I felt like a child just beginning to walk, talk, and eat. At times I wondered if I was dreaming all of this and that I would be waking up soon. I struggled with much anxiety, and emotions took its full course in me. The remaining 2 months I spent at Central Texas Rehab Hospital in the same building as Seton Medical Center, Austin, undergoing extensive physical, speech, and occupational therapy. I was released January 23, 2009 to go home. My journey would continue with physical and pool therapy beginning January 26, 2009 until today, a year later, that I continue at Seton Medical Center, Williamson. Why, I asked 1,000 times. I know that my faith in God is strong, and before I became ill, I received the Lord in my life and walked with Him 10 years. And I know now that this illness was not a curse, but a blessing that He is God and there is no other. He worked through the many doctors, nurses, therapists, and staff that you cannot imagine. The love I was given, understanding, and compassion that they gave me is indescribable. I have never forgotten anyone who helped me at the hospitals, and today I stop by and visit everyone, bringing them cookies, flowers, and cards, showing them the miracle of God and the gift God has bestowed upon them to do the work they do. So now I face a challenge in my life, the challenge to someday walk normal. I've come so far, and even if I remain in my walking cane, stumble a little, not quite dance or skip, hop or jump, I'm living the best time of my new life, helping others with GBS by visiting them in hospitals, lending my knowledge and support, organizing a GBS Awareness Foundation, speaking about my journey with GBS, and most of all, currently writing a book about it. I can't take back what I once had. Takes Takes me a while here to shift sometimes. But my life is better because I have new friends and I found out what life really means. I'd like to acknowledge my husband, Carlos, back there with the camera and the glasses, who's here with me today. This is an extraordinary man who entered my life 25 years ago. He never left my side, and his faith, too, in God is enormous. He had hope and encouragement from above, and without him, too, I don't know where I would be today. His love, kindness, and understanding of all of this had made him a wonderful person that I am so blessed to have in my life. He underwent the heartache, stress, disagreements, and decisions he battled with during my illness. I'm forever grateful for all your love and support, my darling. I have two beautiful daughters, one 25-year-old Chelsea, and my other 21-year-old Andy. They are at school, college, and working. At their age, discovering life and its joys to be interrupted by their mother's illness was unimaginable for my children. They helped their dad by taking shifts to stay with me and never left my side. They talked with me, laughed, and joked to me in good spirits, but most of all, they too could not let go of their mother because life was beginning for them, and they wanted me to share with them that. Hearing their tender voices and the touch of their hands gave me much joy in my heart to live. I love you both with all my heart. My daughter's boyfriend, the cameraman here, Eric Mock, by leading his support, he also was a part of this, by leading his support and love as well for our family, and saw me through all this and has been a wonderful friend to all of us. Thank you for your time, and I pray that you continue to do the good God has blessed you all with.